Hi, everybody. Welcome to Module 1, our very first module of the semester, and the first time, and probably the only time this semester, where we'll have two things due in 1 week. So apologize up front for that happening. We can only just fit so much into this course at 1 week at a shot. So what we've done is we've combined our introduction pieces into the first week. Now, luckily, neither one of these things is going to take you too long to do, I promise. Well, when you enter week 1, you will see a little bit of info about our what we're going to be getting into. This is going to be the first time you're going to make a flip grid, more than likely, unless you've done it in other classes or other situations. So there's some info about doing that, and I will show you what that's going to look like very briefly. You can always see what we're going to accomplish with our module objectives, and then you're going to see items. We'll see two this time. We'll see the flip grid, directions, and we'll see the blend space directions. So I'll start with the flip grid. You'll always want to look at the attached file from the different items that are in our course, because then it's going to open up this whole big thing that you can read through. It gives you all kinds of information, including the questions that we're going to be answering for that week, or the things we're going to be doing, the rubric so that you'll know how you're going to be graded, and then any kind of resources, guides, extra stuff you can look up, research items. So all that stuff is always on one page. So if you're the type that likes to print things, then this is a pretty printable guide that you can print off and write on, scribble on, highlight, do whatever it is that you need to do. So our very first flip grid is very simple. Introduce yourself. Tell us who you are, what brings you here, what does technology mean to you in the classroom? Have you seen it done, well? Have you seen it done poorly? What are some of your experiences? Tell us a little bit about what you've done with technology, and or what you've seen others do with technology, that is, because you're likely not to have taught much yet unless you've been maybe in some field work. And if you haven't, that's totally fine. We're all coming at this from different places in our program, so don't feel like you have to answer anything any specific way. This is just a chance for us to get to know each other better. So when you go into your flip grid prompt, you will actually see this little, the link here. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and go back to this part. This is where all the good stuff happens. So this is our course, and you will see all the different grids that we're going to answer for the semester. There are 7 of them. And our first one is actually that video I was just going to show you, but you can watch it on your own. It's 7 to 10 minute quick little video. It's a crash course this time. I love crash course. If you've taken my EDCI course, you know how much I love crash course. But it's a great opportunity for us to get to know each other by answering these questions. You're reminded of them here, and then you can hit tap to record when you're ready. It will ask you to log in with Google, which means that your PNW account, if you didn't realize, is a Google account. So you can just simply log in with your PNW account. If you don't want to use a personal one, doesn't matter. That's just the opportunity for you to certify that you're supposed to be in this class. And then you will see this little recording window. You'll see yourself on there, or your cat or your dog. Actually, my cat is sitting right next to me. There she is. And so maybe you will point it at your cat instead and just talk to us, which is totally fine. But when you're ready, you would hit record. I will actually demonstrate this for you. You'll hit record. You'll do your song and dance. You can talk for up to 5 minutes. It will cut you off at that time. If you absolutely need to, you can record another one. I don't care. You record 70 of them. I will watch them. It's not a problem. You may want to try and keep it brief, but you don't have to, but it will cut you off every 5 minutes. So 2 minutes is where we're trying to shoot for. So if you can at least talk to us for about 2 minutes, that should give you enough time to answer all the questions. If you need more time, though, it's there for you. When you're done, you would go ahead and let that either expire or hit the red button again, and then you'd hit next. You'll do your song and dance. You can talk for up to 5 problem. You may want to try and keep it brief, but and then when you're ready, you would go through and take your selfie and it'll do strange things because I'm trying to record a recording, but you can play around with this. You can change it, add pictures, draw on it, whatever you feel like, just to make it fun. And then when you are ready, it's complete and it's up there. So then you'll see your awesome video sitting there, and then you'll see everybody else's awesome video sitting there. And when you're ready to answer one of them, reply to it. And then you get the exact same window to do the whole thing over again. So if you want to answer each other's questions, just say, hey, I remember you from another course, whatever it is. You'll need to reply to at least 2 people each week, except for our last week when it's not a requirement to reply, but by then you'll get to know each other so well that you'll probably want to say goodbye to your friends. So you can still reply at that time as well, but you'll want to reply to at least 2 people every time you have a discussion. So that is our Flipgrid. You can see how super easy that is. Now I did that with the computer, but you can also use that same app on your phone and do almost the exact same thing. It looks identical. Now Blend Space, we will turn to that, and there is a little app called Blend Space, and it's a pretty fun app. It's kind of similar, say, to PowerPoint in some ways, or Google Slides, and you can actually integrate those things into your Blend Space. It's a slideshow lesson kind of, but it's really handy little app that a lot of teachers really like. So I thought it would be a great place for us to give a little more about ourselves, introduce ourselves, and when I get in there, I will be able to add comments to it, and comment on how awesome everything you're doing is, and that's how you'll get commentary back on that one. So you can kind of see how we're going to be doing everything with the rubric. It's going to ask you a few real specific questions. You can take those in whatever direction you would like. But talking about growth mindset, getting us into the idea of trying to set goals for ourselves, for this class, for your future classroom, all that kind of stuff. So I'm a big fan of that. If you know me already, you know how much I like the growth mindset and some of that stuff. So if you're not familiar with this concept already, it's a great opportunity to learn more about it. So Blend Space, actually, I'm going to send you to my Blend Space that I created, which is an example that you can follow if you'd like. This is all about me, so you can also learn all about me too. So here is what it looks like when it's all said and done. And so then you can kind of flip through each piece, see, and all the different things that you can add. So you can add websites, you can add links, you can add whatever you feel like. And when you log in, I will show you very briefly what that version looks like, the back end. So when you're editing or creating a new one, all you do pretty much is you look around for different resources you want to add and drop them in the spaces. You've got all these rows. You can add as many rows as you want to. You can just simply type in the boxes if you feel like doing that. You can actually add little quizzes if you feel like doing that, or you can drop resources in. So you can say search the web. Like I can search the web for PNW, and hey, there's a link. So I can drop that link in that box. Or if I want to search YouTube for a video, and I want to search maybe for Purdue there, then I'll find some interesting stuff, whatever I feel like. Hey, Virginia versus Purdue. There you go. So whatever you feel like adding, you can literally drag it in the box, or you can type, or you can do lots of other things. So you can see how super easy it is to get along with. You can add stuff too from Dropbox, from Google Drive. So if you've written things, done a slideshow, whatever kinds of things that excite you. And then when you are ready, you just hit share, and that link is what you're going to send to me in the assignment. So you would copy this, I'm going to copy it, and then you would paste it in that comment box and send that off to me. So that's literally all I need to do for this week's assignments. Have fun and be sure to ask questions if you have any.